People always ask me, Karen, is it important to patent my product before I go after retail stores? And my answer always is it really depends on you and your circumstance. So if you have the $10,000 or $20,000 it takes to go get a patent for a product, then always why not go for it. But if you're on the edge and you're really nervous about spending the money, or you haven't done any marketability, you're not sure whether or not your product will sell and so forth, then there's other things to consider here. So first of all, 50% of the store's products typically don't have patents on them. So don't quote me on that exact percentage, but generally speaking, about half of all products in stores, the major retailers, don't have patents on them, mostly because these CPG, these consumer products companies, basically know that the lifetime value of that particular product won't be very long, so they're okay with bringing in new products and testing them out and moving them on and so forth. So sometimes these companies know that it's short-lived, it's going to be fine and so forth, and so they don't bother with the patents. Sometimes people can't get patents on products, right? So there's too many similar products on the market, and it's just expensive and just doesn't make sense for that product. It's something like kind of a duplicate of other products in stores and so forth, so people might not decide to do that and so forth. But sometimes you have a really unique and interesting product that you think would be the next best thing that's going to make you a fortune. For those of you who believe that you have that epic product that's going to blow people away, you definitely should go get a patent and go for it as soon as possible. The other time that people consider getting patents, honestly, is if, and I would say this, is if you are going to be constantly afraid that someone's going to be stealing your product idea from you. If you're one of those people who are always panicked about things like that, then just go get a patent, give yourself some peace of mind so that you can just focus on what you do best. So the bottom line is that half of all products in stores don't have patents. Not all patent products make sense to get patents. Again, it could be that it's going to be a really short-lived, quick product that doesn't make sense to get a patent on and so forth. And obviously, if you think it's the next brilliant thing that nobody has in the market, go get a patent and go protect yourself and so forth. And obviously, if you're going to be panicked the whole time that you don't have a patent on it, you should just go get a patent just to make yourself feel better. And there's other things to think about and so forth. I'm obviously not a lawyer, so definitely discuss this with your lawyer to figure out your options. But a couple of things that you can do to support yourself quickly early on if you're just nervous about your product, you're not sure if it's going to sell and so forth. One thing you can do is you can go to the U.S. Patent Office website, and you should talk to your lawyer always on any of this stuff, but they do have an option to get a provisional patent application set up. So basically, for a few $100, you fill out a form, you submit your product to the U.S. Patent Office, and then basically you have a year window where you're protected, and then at the end of the year you have to determine whether or not you're going to get a patent for that product or not.